Are you a professional pillow fighter? Or a 9-to-5 low-cost time travel agent? Or maybe real estate sales on Mars is your profession? It doesn't matter. Whatever it is you do, however complex or intricate, Monday.com can help you organize, orchestrate, and make it more efficient. Monday.com is the one centralized platform for everything work-related. And with Monday.com, work is just easier. Monday.com, for whatever you run. Go to Monday.com to learn more.
Well, I don't see the point in waiting any longer, so let's bring her out. The star attraction, the one you came to see. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Miss Judy Gold.
So, you graduate from this great school.
Yes.
You go to college.
Yes.
Where?
So I first went to Hartford Community College. I went back to Maryland, and I was going to save up
What's
my money to
Hartford? Hartford Church, Hartford.
That's what was Hartford County.
All right,
Hartford County.
Go ahead.
So I went back, and then
So what kind of classes did you take? Just like bullshit English and theater?
No. I was prepping myself to run a theater.
Oh, okay.
So I was taking before
like
they
business?
introduced stand up in my high school year, senior year of high school. So
they did?
Yeah. So you had to have a discipline.
Wait, I have to find out who was in your class that's famous.
Besides you.
Successful besides you.
No, none of them.
Really?
No. But I will tell you right now, and get the ringing your bell.
Yeah.
The guy, my first comedy teacher, who it meant the world to me, and he is no longer here, and I loved him so much, Norman Cohen.
Oh,
shout out Norman Cohen.
He was so good to me, and he was like, "You're gonna take this comedy class," because I bombed the audition. My mother wanted me to do it because she was taking classes with Judy Carter at the time. And she said,
I know Judy Carter.
You know Judy? Yeah. But my mom hated going to her house because my mom's scared of dogs.
Right.
And she was doing out of her house, had these dogs running. She loved Judy, though.
Right.
And then she went over to...
I love that name, Judy.
To Sandy Shore over at...
I know! I know.
So
Mitzi fucking helped me so much. Yeah,
Sandy
I know Sandy
was my first official stand-up.
Wow.
I took her workshop. Yeah.
Up in the house?
No, I took it up at the Comedy Store, and I had the book, The Sandbox.
Oh, which room?
In the belly room.
You know,
I performed there. My first performance there, I was
16.
I was 16 going on 17, and her father Sammy hosted that.
Right.
And I remember they wanted to put me on first so I could get out of there.
Oh.
Because I was so young. It was like get her up and out of there.
Did you know that when I went to LA,
so cool.
And Mitzi loved me, right? And every Friday night at 8, it was my show at the Belly Room, and she did that for a year, and I was and I taped an HBO special that following year, and because of her and the time that she gave me I loved her. I love her.
Do you feel you start to feel emotional when you talk about the people that help you, right? You start to feel
that gave me these opportunities, and thank God for Mitzi. I can't. She was so good to me, and and everyone's like, Mitzi. Everyone has this fuck it's
them.
always loaded and it's about them. But I have to tell you, here's this Jewish woman who is like, you're gonna work. I worked all those rooms, and
the Shores, huh?
Yeah, they were. I mean, and unfortunately, they have a kid named Paulie who's such a jerk. All right, so
I was a big fan of Paulie back in the day.
Oh God, he's always annoying. He would always.
I didn't interact with him. With him like that.
That's
But
so
Sandy,
great. Okay,
yeah.
so you go on stage, you take this class, right? Mm-hmm. And then you go on stage in the belly room. Was your mother there?
Yeah, she took the class before me, so I took the second class.
So
the second I took like 3 classes with Sandy actually.
Okay,
I need to email her.
So when you first go on. Mm-hmm. What happens? Like great, like
after my first. Well, I also had so I was taking the class in high school, right? And I hadn't graduated from high school yet, so I was all kind of concurrently happening.
Right.
What helped me was there were so many kids in the class that just didn't have it in terms of stand up, and I had no idea about stand. Like,
right.
as much as my mother could tell me, I had no idea. It wasn't like I was sitting down watching, this is a whole new thing. I just knew what I thought I would like to see. I had never experienced a comedy club, and to this day, I have never had the chance to experience a comedy club as an audience member without knowing what was going on, because I started as a teenager. Right. So I get envious of people who come and they see it and they're so excited. I'm like, I wonder what that feels like, to just be like, to have somebody connect and make you laugh. The only time I've had that is like when we would sneak and watch Showtime at the Apollo, and then with comic, and we'd be like turning the TV down, like giggling. And I envy that. And I think sometimes because I envy that when I perform, that's why I try, to
put yourself in their play or their,
and I try to feel them,
and
right,
bring
and
them
talk
in.
to them, because it's like I want to be a part of this great experience that
but
they're having that I've never had.
They leave going, I was a part of that show, like that show, because those shows are no shows the same, because I was like that too, because I started at a really young age too.
I was going to say, you both do this amazing crowd work that's just really connects with the audience.
You're off voice probation right now.
Thank you.
You see, now you know Hennessy what to do to get off of it.
Just figured it out.
Yeah. No, I love I'm teaching a workshop now. I'm doing the final workshop this Friday, and I might do another one in January. But
where do you teach?
That makes me Stand Up New York. I love teaching. I was a Sunday school teacher. You teach?
I teach solo performance. That's how I met Hennessy.
Are you kidding?
Hennessy took my class.
Yeah, she helped me develop my show.
And I know Hennessy's wife, and I know Hennessy. I go, we're gonna be tight. I like you.
Awesome.
Like 1,000%.
I've
seen you, and your wife bikes around
I've seen. Oh my God! I can't believe it. What happened? We never have to cut.
You guys
this
should come
off.
over and have like drinks and dinner at my house. I have cat. Are you allergic to cats?
No.
Okay, all right.
Cats.
What about
Judy? You can come too.
I'm not going and you can come too.
Judy, I've invited you to my house. First of all,
no, you haven't.
Yes,
when?
I have.
When?
Can I say this?
Get the phone out.
Get the phone. And I want this for the record. I have been a huge fan of Judy's for eons.
No.
And the first time I said something to Judy, I said, I wonder if she thinks I'm coming on to her. Because when I like people, like I really like them. I like to touch them. I like to look into their eyes. I don't like to break. Kid. Yeah, I like to be in there. Right. And I feel like I came in really hot.
No.
And then you're so tall and I'm so short. I felt like you were like, get this little thing around.
That is so not true.
I was very hot when I came in on you, and a lot of love, and I adore Judy, and I think you're like
Judy gives a cold first impression, but a warm second one.
It's a Scorpio thing too.
Oh,
when I found out it was a Scorpio, I kind of understood her more. Yeah, but I was like, I think she doesn't like me at all, but I like her so much.
I'm just so used to being.
So many guests have said that.
So used to being fucking beaten down and. I mean, I grew up.
The color purple.
Judy's wondering why you hate her, and you're wondering why she hates you.
I
and
just
you sound like a couple comics.
You could never think I hate you.
No, I don't. I come, like people don't realize the hard exterior. I mean, I went to school every fucking day and heard Bigfoot, Sasquatch, Orca, Bigfoot. Like I couldn't even go get the mail. People were screaming shit at me. So I have like a, Okay, so. Do you get that? Like, because I remember the first time I did stand up and it was like an out of body experience. Like, oh my God. Did you, because you thought about becoming a preacher, right?
Yes.
Because your grandparents.
That's always been the thing.
But you are kind of I feel like as stand ups, we are kind of preachers. No,
that's the thing. Like, we would have prophets come to the church, and they would always say that I had a call on my life, and that was the whole thing throughout my whole thing. It's like, you got a call, you have a purpose. And my grandmother would say, you're gonna speak to people, God's gonna use you. And I had no idea about comedy, and I always thought I told her, it was reminding a friend of mine. It's because we were having a heart-to-heart, and he's going through a lot of stuff. And I said, I had a gift that I gave back to God. Right. And I felt like I had to work hard to get it back. Right. Because when God gives you something, you tell him you don't want it. Right. He's like, oh no, it's sort of the thing with Moses, right? When he said to Moses, you're gonna go speak, and Moses said, I can't speak. Right. And God's like, I didn't tell you that. And so part of his blessing was lost when he had other representatives go speak for him. Right. And the most powerful he was when he went to speak for himself. Yeah, but he had to go through that whole long ass journey because he gave it back. Right. So when I gave it, and I just didn't want it because people think I like to be, and it's going to be hard after this podcast, me just running my mouth. Now. But I don't like to be out in the front. I don't like a center of attention. I don't go out. What moves me to get on stage is to feel this, to empty myself and to feel everybody's emotion. And I'm very emotional and I cry. Sometimes I even want a conversation and I feel it, like I weep for whatever energy is there. I like feeling that go through me and taking whatever people are feeling, and I don't know why I feel like I'm the thing that can funnel it and clean it out, but I feel like I want to funnel it and clean out. So it just means that you know I'm on stage, but I don't want to be on I don't get on stage to be like, look at me. That's at all. That's not what moves me, and I don't understand when people are like.
And also afterwards, like if I could just walk out of, if I never had to talk to an audience member, and it's not that it's like I appreciate you and thank you, I love you for coming, but please, I just want to go crawl in a hole. Yes. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like it's not that I don't want to talk to you, but it is that I don't want to talk to you. Yeah. I want to go be.
But I know people are pestering you big time because you are such a light, and even with this shit, I'll kill me. People are like, that bitch is sweet as pie.
I know, it's sad.
She's like a sweet and sour patch kid. Like,
you know what? VP. So,
and this kind of shit, this VP shit, that's because she loves you. You understand? I am the craziest with people that I love.
You fucking interpreting this shit.
I'm just saying, God's speaking to me.
Yeah. Hey, God, I need some money. Listen,
I love you too.
I gotta get out of this fucking. I gotta pay my bills. God, can you tell Yamaneika?
Yeah, me too. Right. Hashtag everybody gotta pay their bills. It's coming.
Don't you love how everyone thinks you're rich too? That's the other thing.
Yeah.
I get people like,
yeah.
Oh, well, you have a lot. I'm like, I have one bathroom.
That's it.
One fucking bathroom.
It. Although I will say, when I was on Meredith, I'm so sad that that's over. Them checks,
I know.
Those residual
weren't
checks.
They good?
Oh, I was living high.
You know what? I
said to God, next time you give me some big checks like that, I'm gonna put that shit
away. You gotta put it away.
I was just, everybody get meals. Everybody, mama want a new wig. Mama, you need this. Mama, you need a new girdle. And grandpa, you gonna get a new wheelchair.
Think it's never gonna end. When
I would throw my grandfather out of a, if he asked me for a new wheelchair, I would scoop him out of the wheelchair he's in, like a money bag, and dump him on the streets. Are you kidding me? I'm not spending a dime.
Yeah, it's sad that takes that to learn. But I remember, like, I wrote the lyrics to the Rosie theme song for one of the seasons I was there. Oh my God, the money!
What do you mean?
Mm-hmm. The Rosie O'Donnell show. I was a writer producer on that for the first 2 seasons, and oh my God, the money from writing the lyrics.
They were good lyrics.
Did you join the songwriters union?
Yes,
I was getting ready to say that.
ASCAP, yeah, bitches. Okay,
oh my God, that's big money.
So I know,
right? People don't understand. Sometimes, right? Not sometimes. Like I just did a show. The writers made more than we made.
Of course.
And I'm like, I got to get in that writers guild because that money is thick.
The writers guild too. It's like anytime they play a part of an episode that you wrote on, even if it's not your part, you get paid.
Nice.
Okay,
listen to me. Syndication is also key. I'm telling you,
dear
we
God,
will syndicate it. The residual checks.
Let's go, dear
my
God.
account. Listen, my accountant called me and asked me if I committed suicide because the money went down so low.
Oh,
did you die, bitch? Are you still alive?
No way. It's your accountant.
That's a sweet.
Huh?
Can I say it?
Yeah.
Altman.
Harvey! Everyone has Harvey.
No, I got Russell. I got Russell, and then
You got Russell?
I got Russell.
I remember him when he was a fucking little kid.
But let me tell you something. I got Russell, and then I paid my. I was late on my payments, and then they gave me some other kid. But let me tell you, they're like, bitch, Russell ain't coming. No, Russell keeps asking me when am I going to be incorporated. I'm like, I don't know, motherfucker. When some shit happens.
I'm incorporated for years. All right. Anyway,
people keep. We got to talk because people can say no, don't do it. But whatever. I think it's Evan. Is it Evan? I think it's Evan.
It's a Jew.
I'm sorry that he did really. He got me some money back. Really, some big time money.
They're really good.
Yeah, I love them.
Harvey's
I love
the
them.
best. Okay, so you eventually did perform at the Apollo.
This is too much about me. What is this? This is your life? These people are gonna hate me. They're like, this
people
talking
love
bitch
you.
talking about herself so damn much.
Oh
Yeah,
my God. People love it.
You sound
And
like a comedian.
All right. So you did eventually. Do you remember Rick Avilas, who was the host?
Yes,
I knew Rick. Yeah.
There's so many people
Dead.
that
AIDS.
Fuck.
IV. Go.
You said
Such a happy show.
To AIDS go.
AIDS.
Well, you know when I first came to
Go.
New York,
Yeah.
I got hooked up with Gladys Simon. You went to. I'm like, you can. Oh wait,
I couldn't find the bell. I was
Tapping the table.
Stop.
I'm like this.
But
Trying to be really quiet. Just keep eye contact. Yeah.
But the first person I saw perform at Gladys's was Gina Brion. And she had just graduated from college, and she had this platinum, like not even blonde, like platinum white hair. And I was like, and I watched her and I said, oh, I think I'm gonna be friends with this girl for like a long time, because I just thought she was so sweet. And then her and I started doing, and she was dating another comic at the time, Steve Rosso, and we started doing the mics, running the mics for Gladys, and doing the shows there on the weekend. And I remember Showtime at the Apollo, people kept saying, let's audition for Showtime at the Apollo. And I was like, yeah, sure. I'm over here rocking it at Gladys's. Let me go ahead and, do the thing. And they had the comedy TKO where on the show, because comics were constantly getting booed on the amateur hour. Because if you don't come out, if you ain't a little white baby, or you ain't singing some gospel song, or you don't come out in crutches, and you don't sound like Patti LaBelle, they're booing you as you walk to the mic. You look corny. Look at this corny motherfucker. Boo. You know what I'm saying? So they like all about presentation. Let me tell you something about my people, and I love my people to death. They want a show. That's why Steve Harvey keeps dressing like a penguin, because it's like, if I don't see 60 different lapels and like all that,
and he loves his clothes.
Oh yeah. It's like Joseph of Coats of Many Colors here, and it's like, we want to show and spit, because what you present before you hit that mic lets us know you're confident.
Oh, absolutely. It's all about that walk up there.
And then if you ain't got it, they give you like a minute or two to see, maybe the wind caught them wrong, and then they start booing you. But I got out there, and I could not have looked more country bumpkin than when I walked out. And I thought I was doing something because I had on these jeans that were kind of like a little bit of hip huggy.
Right.
But I had this like blouse on. I couldn't understand it. And then so I go out. I go and I do the I do the audition. They say I can do it. By the time it's time for me to get on the show,
who'd you audition for?
I don't remember.
All right, go.
When I did the show, Monique was host.
Oh, okay.
Monique was host, and but they were always doing the amateur hour, anything that they didn't record. They did on I think it was Thursday or Wednesday nights. So anyway, by the time I got booked to do the show, there was this big riff. This is another lifetime moment. I need to write a book. I need to write a book
or a solo show.
Yeah.
They got rid of. So the Showtime at the Apollo had a fight with itself internally,
right?
And
don't we all?
They split. Split, and the show that stayed on NBC that was called Showtime at the Apollo after all the mess went back to the original format.
Was that the full name? Showtime at the Apollo after the mess. Go ahead.
We'll be right back with more of Kill Me Now with Judy Gold.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Well, with a Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can find options that fit your budget and potentially lower your bills. Try it at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
They went back to the original format of everybody doing amateur hour, and they got rid of the comedy TKO. And the rest of the show that split off didn't get to keep the name, and they became like Showtime at Uptown or whatever, something like that. And they had the comedy TKO. So they put me in the NBC one, to be on with just amateur hour. So I go out there. I've been doing comedy for a while, but I ain't had no business being. Nobody should be doing comedy. Like I look at these people who do like America's Got Talent. I go, they're brave, because when people don't really know you, and then you got you're doing that. It's not like you're coming to see me perform or do a special or do my 10 minutes or whatever here. It's, can you tell me if you like me? And the only way you can tell me if you like me is either booing me or dead silence. That it's giving the audience too much control, because not everybody's gonna like everybody. Same audience that
said it's a subjective thing.
Right? It's
comedy
like, why would you?
Subjective. It's a sense of humor. It's a sense. It's like, do you like salty food or you don't? Yeah, go ahead.
And you got to get a feel. It has to be a feel. It has to be, and you got to settle in. And so I went out there, and they were having fun. The whole day I was having so much fun. And I went out there, and I think I did a joke about roaches or something. They booed me.
What was the joke?
I think, because I remember the first day I moved to New York, I was on the phone with my mom. I was on a payphone, because cell phones had just started getting heavy. And I couldn't understand why everybody had a cell phone until I lived here like a couple more months. I was like, I gotta get a cell phone, because this shit is crazy. A roach came down the wall, and I screamed so loud. My mother thought I had been shot. I don't know why she didn't hear a gun.
Right.
And I said, and I got on the phone. I said to my mom, I said, this bug was because I grew up in Maryland, and Aberdeen. Maybe Baltimore, they got aggressive roaches, but we had like granddaddy long legs and silverfish. You know what I mean? Like, or ants.
And we got rats and water bugs here.
And I hadn't.
Those fucking roaches are huge. With the flying ones?
No.
Please, I can't. I'm going to throw up.
I had never experienced.
I know, they're
like,
gross.
A couple times in Baltimore, you see some, but this thing, I was like, what is that? That's why I dropped the phone. I was going crazy, and I said, oh my God, I think the president of the roaches lives here.
Right.
And I thought it was, my mother and I giggled so hard after the fact. So I thought, let me go up and tell this, but it wasn't, I had to set it up and do the whole thing.
Right.
So they blankly looked at me, and then it was like one boo, and it was a bunch of boos, and then it was a bunch of boos. And for those of you who have heard me before and listening, this is about to be the Apollo story. Mm-hmm. They booed me, and the Sandman took his time coming down there to sweep me off that stage.
No way.
He did. And only thing I knew was to start cursing, because I knew they couldn't air that. And he came down finally. He was so busy doing his show and tapping, he wasn't sweeping me in the direction that I was supposed to go. So I just walked off the other side, and they told us all, like, when you lose, you go back the way you came. If you win, you go to the other side. And I went to the other side. Now, we all think common sense is, I went to the other side, no big deal. I'll just go back over when everything's over. Oh no. You can't stay back here. You have to go back across stage. And I said,
in front, there's a backstage. There's a way to get back behind.
There was no way that
every stage has that.
They pushed me back on that stage, and I was like, I literally was trying to hold back tears, because you don't understand how many people are booing you. And I said to them, I said, can I just wait? I said, please, just let me wait till everything. They said, no, you got to go back. You got to go back that way. And I walked back on that stage to walk across, and they booed me again. And then the holding area where everybody is putting their talent out, they can see you on the monitor. It's embarrassing.
Right.
So one of the PAs on the show was like, I'm taking a couple people up. Do you want to go up into the other? I said, yeah, I don't want to be down here. Then they walked me through the theater. People saw me walking through the theater. They booed me. He walked me through the theater on the side.
What a fucking asshole.
They booed me. I have to wait now to leave, because everything's locked up. Like, you can't get out. So I'm leaving with the crowd, right? The same guy who had walked me up, he's and I think, because I remember calling my mother on a calling card, and I said, Ma, they booed me. She said, I told you not to go in there with them niggas. I told you. and I think my mother was so disgusted. And she says, I never said. I said, yes, you did, Ma. She said, well, I didn't hang up on you right away. I said, but Ma, you were very upset with me. My mother said, don't do that. Don't put yourself out there like that, because those people are not going to appreciate what you have to offer in comedy. You done seen the shit fail time and time again. And I was defiant and did my own thing. So, then I'm like, damn, I got that on me. And then I finally get to the point where we can all walk out, and the guy's walking. He's like, I feel so bad, because you're such a nice girl, and you were so fun with everybody all day. And he says, well, where are you going? You want me to walk you to the train or something? I said, well, at the time I was living at this women's residence on 72nd Street, between 2nd and 3rd. And I took the 6th to 68th Street, Hunter College. And so I said, I'm just going to walk to the 6 and I'm just going to go home. And he said, well, I'm taking the 6 too, so I'll take it with you. And he was very interested in, like, I think he felt like, wow, this girl is so nice and entertaining. Like, what do you think the problem? I think he really wanted to help me. So he was talking a lot about what do I think I could have done better? What do I think was the problem?
Right.
And we're still talking about this on the train. And as we're talking about it on the train, a guy standing next to us says, oh, you guys were at, you talking about Apollo? Y'all was at Apollo? And he said, yeah. And he said, she did the amateur hour. And again, and I know people, every time people go, why the fuck?
Right.
Did would he say that? And there's no malicious intent from this guy. I don't even remember his name, but I don't think it was anything. I think he was just like, really like, how can I help? What could it? And he was like, yeah, she was just on amateur hour and blah, blah. And the guy takes a look at me and he goes, oh, yo, you was the shorty that was up on the stage. And he said, oh man, he was like, yo, we booed you. He was like, yo, but we didn't know you were so cute. You're such a cute little girl, because I was like real young at the time. And the guy said to him, he said, well, why did you guys boo? Did you remember? And he was like, nah, I don't know. She said some shit about roaches. We was like, yo, we got roaches. And his boy next to him said, yeah, matter of fact, boo. I'll never forget he said matter of fact, because I hate to hear somebody say matter of fact because it triggers me. Right. He goes, matter of fact, boo. And that guy booed me. His boy started to boo me, and the other boy on the train. I'll tell you, people don't give a fuck, and I don't think you can think the worst thing you want about people. People don't think, because when it's not you don't feel it, right? So it's sort of like, nah, boo, and it's a fun thing for them. The rest of the train, the information started traveling. I was the girl that was on, and the whole train started booing me. As we are riding down, every stop, still the boos. People don't even want to get, they're like looking at the car, running to other cars. So the guy that was with, he says, let's get off this car and go somewhere. I said, no, I'm just going to stay here. Like, I'm not going to move. This is like, let him boo me. Like, and it was still like 1 or 2 people booing me when we got to 68th Street. And I said goodnight to him and he wished me well. And I wonder if he ever thinks about me.
Did you ever talk?
I don't see how he couldn't.
I wonder if he ever. I've told this story a lot. I always wish that if he heard it,
he better get in contact with Yamaneika. If
he should, because I'm so different. Can I just say something? Now.
That story totally makes me think of going to school. That's exactly how I felt. Yeah. It was like I couldn't walk, and then one person would start, and they would all join in. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nightmare.
It's horrible. I've said this 100 times on the show that I didn't walk by a schoolyard till I was in my 30s because I thought it's screaming at me. But
I ran back. I quit for like a week. And
I'm glad it was only a week.
It was what happened was I had a show that had already
boo you motherfuckers, go fuck yourself.
That's what happened, because I already had a show in Bay Ridge that I had already had booked that I was like, I'll do it
because they win, because then they win. Fuck you. I
didn't even think about it that deep. I was just like, I don't want to cancel on this person, right?
Of course. And you know what? They couldn't get up there themselves. You get up there, you fucking asshole.
Yeah. Well, you know what's so funny is the birthday bitch at this show in Bay Ridge booed me, and it triggered me. Right. I couldn't understand because she was a little white girl, and I was like, what's she doing booing? Who is she? And I flipped out on her so hard because because I said something.
Because it's a button pusher trigger.
Let's figure out the time we went into the war. What year was it? The war? Because I did a joke about the first POWs, right?
The Iraq War
with Bush,
yeah, Bush. Fucking asshole. 2002.
That
sounds
it was
right after 2001 because he had a small penis.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
And so I hadn't even really been in New York long then, because I moved to New York a month before September 11th. And
that's good timing.
I moved August 4th.
That's when my baby was born, August 9th.
Oh, you were going through labor as I was coming here. I wish I had known I would have been your doula.
How great would that? We had a doula, but you would have been so great.
Oh, I would have been great.
I know. You would have been so great.
I temped for a lot of OBGYNs, and I got to be around a lot of pregnant women, and I was so nurturing and caring.
Oh my God, I wish you were my doula. I'm gonna go back and get pregnant.
Go do it again. Do it again.
I can have
and I'll get my training and do all that. Yeah.
Did you ever watch Star Trek: The Next Generation?
Not important. Like, not important.
When Whoopi was on?
Not a part of this shit.
I would watch it every now and then. It would come on late night sometimes.
No, not my show.
Deanna Troy. She's an empath. You remind me of her.
Oh, do I?
Okay.
Can I?
Seriously.
What? Kill us
We're
now.
in the middle of this fucking thing.
Kill us now.
This is what we're talking about. People write in and say, you go off on a
I think it's because you pause and take 5 minutes to yell at me, so it does interrupt the show.
Judy.
No, Seth.
Oh my God, Judy.
It's all your fault. Today, Judy, you're wrong. It's all your fault today, Judy.
Judy, you are her trip to the mailbox today.
Don't say mailbox. My neighbor's stealing my mail.
No
What?
way. Why?
Huh? We're having a whole disagreement with her. She lives downstairs from us. We're a family of 5, and God forbid she hears a noise.
Lots of triggers today.
Yeah, she's stealing
Her,
mail.
I'll fucking want me to come over.
I kind of do.
Me and Yamaneika should go over there.
And you know
I
what?
like
She
that.
can go to jail for that. That's a
I'm trying.
federal
I'm
offense.
working on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
right.
bitch. See how you like the feds.
Fucking
Like that
asshole.
little federal. See how much noise you gonna hear in that damn federal prison, bitch, when they go clink clonk. Clink Every night, lights out. You ain't get no noise at night. Lights out. Quiet. Quiet.
Yeah.
You've got a letter to write, Seth.
So you've done a lot of theater. I mean, TV.
Mm-hmm.
You did the Fallon thing. It's fucking great. Did they ask you back yet?
No,
They will. They will.
people get saying that, but
I
I'm
know.
just always blessed with. I don't look for a comeback. I'm just blessed to.
Oh God, I'm gonna vomit.
Don't vomit. I grew. You're so cute. I want your listeners to know you are the sweetest woman and the cutest woman in the world.
Thank you.
This fucking kill me now. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. I bet you got like keeping all your plants alive in your fucking apartment.
She tries to keep them alive. She really does. Lots of love.
I have no plant. No, that died. Fanny died.
Yeah, you named it. Try to sell Fanny.
Yo.
I love that fucking. I'm like a little mushy little. All right, so you've done now. And you're with Rick.
Yes. I love Rick.
Yeah.
Rick's so handsome.
Ugh, gross.
No, Rick is so handsome. I was telling him, and he was like, what? I'm like, yeah, you're so handsome.
No, he is not.
I love pushing him out in meetings like, look at him. Don't look at me because I don't know if my wig's going to be all right. Sometimes I don't feel like dressing up for this shit. I'm like, Rick, go out there and put your Axe body spray on.
I should get a wig.
He hates when I say that he
What?
wears Axe body spray. I'm like, go put
He
your Axe body.
does?
No, he doesn't. He goes, I
All
wear whatever expensive shit he wears. I'm like, go take your Axe body spray and get out there and
shove it
get
up
me
your ass.
You should get him some for Christmas. Or Hanukkah.
Oh yeah, or anything. You know, he don't really dip into nothing.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Seth did that. What do you want? Like, what's your goal? I mean, because
feel love.
Do you?
wait,
There's a
does
huge
anyone
pile
have
of vomit next to
Does
Judy.
anyone have a little bucket? No, but like, is that what you really?
Mm-hmm. That's what I want.
You just blew
That's
Judy's
what
mind.
my show would be about. Any show would be the way I can express being honest and real.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's just not bullshit, but it's just honest. Like,
Yeah, I'm a truth teller. Like, I'm all about honesty.
my
and truth.
whole life has been I'm very emotional,
Right.
And I cry. I've cried more with my mother as I've gotten older, but I wasn't a big cry. Like,
Right.
I was the type of person, if I broke and cried in front of people,
I would
they
never
knew
do
it
that.
was a problem.
Right.
But I cried a lot to myself.
Right.
So I have been bullied. I have been undermined. I have been hated. I have been betrayed. I have been
Oh God, the betrayal,
manipulated.
Yeah. Mhm.
And
Wait, can I be black while you do this?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Keep going.
That's real Baptist more than black.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa, whoa. You gotta
Wait,
add a
all right,
whoa, whoa.
you do it. I have been. Wait, do it. I have been. No, you do the talking.
You do it. You do it. Let me show you how to do it.
I have been.
Yeah, Lord.
Yeah, I've been betrayed.
Oh, she's been betrayed.
I have been treated like shit.
Yeah, Lord.
I've been
Thank
stepped
you.
on.
Yeah. Yes, hallelujah.
I have been rejected.
Yes, that devil.
I have been
How dare
lied
he?
to.
Oh, they lied to you. How precious you are. They lied to you, sister.
They lied to me.
They gonna lie. They lied to me.
Yeah.
They lied to Jesus. See, that's the thing you gotta add in. When you go down that road, you gotta go what they did it to Jesus too. They slapped me. They slapped Jesus. Slapped him all up and down. They threw him up on it. Well, he cheated on me. They cheated on Jesus. They stole money.
They stole from me.
That devil. You gotta get the face. Yeah.
Like that woman on that. Did you see the woman?
Which one?
On what was that? That court TV show, and so she was. You never heard of the woman who sings when she's upset?
No.
Oh, it's the best. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to do it. I can't wait to show it to you.
Please.
I think you just saved Judy.
Good. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. You gotta feel that every time I feel the spirit moving in my heart. I will pray. It's almost like Hava Nagila Hava.
All right, you do that and I'll do Hava. Okay. One Hava Nagila Hava. No, you gotta do yours.
Every time I feel the spirit moving in my heart, I will pray. Every time I feel the spirit moving in my heart, I will pray. Yeah!
All right.
Now you do burlesque as well, correct?
I do. Listen,
do you take it all off?
Yeah,
you do.
You have unorthodox Jews. I'm unorthodox Christian.
I like
stepping
those.
all over the place.
Yeah, that's awesome.
My grandmother, slowly but surely from heaven, is correcting that. She's taming me down.
She down
They
it.
took down Jesus.
She's living
They
vicariously.
took down Jesus.
It took down Jesus. Well, they took Jesus down. Yeah,
They took
they
Jesus
did
down.
Jesus down.
They're going to take you down.
If they do it to Jesus,
They
they'll
do
do
it to you.
it
They do it to you and Jesus. All right. I gotta go to. There's a Baptist church across the street from me, and they have the best music.
Oh my God.
You have to
On
go.
Sundays.
Let me
Please go.
know. I'll
go
go with
and look
you.
in the window.
Oh, you got to get decked up. We used to get the hats and do all the stepping.
They decked
Put
up
that-
Jesus.
Yeah.
They decked up
You know
Jesus.
Jesus was
got
shocked
decked
when he
up.
walked up in there. Okay. You don't be half stepping up in this
That's
church.
right, girlfriend.
And you pray everything in the church. You pray everything because my grandmother played the piano. She was the pianist for our church, and
She played.
she
Jesus
never
played piano?
took a lesson. She never took a lesson, and she
All by
sounded
ear.
like a cat scratching another cat hard on the back. Just bang, bang, bong, bang, bong, bong, and she's like, "Oh yeah, the Lord bless my fingers, bang, bong, bang, bang, bong, 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 bang, bang." And we were trying to get our choir, was trying to get there. We was all over the place. I was like, "Grandma, maybe the Lord." No, he told me. He said, "Oh, this gonna be in the
told me to play piano, baby.
She played in tongues.
Yeah.
My Lord told me to play. Charlene, you're gonna play piano because Jesus played
He
piano.
blessed my fingers.
I'm good. Okay, so we ask all our guests 2 questions,
Okay.
which I think I know. I know the first one, don't you think?
I would say no.
I would say no.
Yeah.
No? Let's see.
I'm gonna say yes.
No way.
Yes.
Oh, I'm very
Okay.
interested in this now.
Let's just never ask it to
I
her.
know. Have you ever, or are you on any antidepressants?
Trick question.
What? We ask everyone this because we're very
It's
pro
the
mental
only
health.
one that
We're pro mental health on
It's
this.
a trick answer.
Okay,
from me.
go ahead.
I suffered from migraines to the point where I would pass out. And when it's I don't know if they do it for adults, but I know for children, for me, they put me, it was a psychological thing, right? So they were giving me placebos, telling me that they were giving me things because they were doing this whole psychological thing with me, and I had to see a therapist. So we had to connect that I was really having these migraines, and it wasn't me having moments. So that's why I said trick question, because at that point I did think I was on some form of something,
but you weren't.
I wasn't. No.
Well,
so you don't take it now. You don't take anything now.
No, but I've had is a Xanax Is that no?
that's
I've taken
just
a
a
Xanny to
Band-Aid.
get on a train. Get on a plane when I had.
And you pray before you fly too, right?
Yeah, and I stay awake. I'm a little bit better now, but I used to stay awake because I always said if something went down, I wanted to be awake to meet Jesus.
He'll wake you up.
Yeah, he's totally gonna wake you up. He's gonna be like, yeah, hello.
Your plane crashed.
Yeah.
Wake the fuck up.
God damn it!
You slept through that? Yamaneika. Jesus Christ, and that's me.
Okay, so that would be a no, but that was good, Seth.
I only said yes because they said no.
Okay, I love
figured.
that.
Nothing personal.
And then
No, I don't take it personal.
the other question.
If I was, I'm all about mental health as well.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
see a therapist, so
Cool.
and you live in New York now, right?
Yes, I'm in Harlem.
That's my girlfriend just bought. I'm moving up there after Ben goes to boarding school.
When is this happening? While you cry, I'm like,
there-
when are you gonna be my neighbor?
Because my baby's gonna.
But when?
Fly the nest.
Well, in September, but
You'll be close to me. We can.
But I'm up there all the time. Where are you? What street?
Don't say
whoa,
what street.
No, just say the air. All right, I'll tell you what street.
Harlem's close enough.
No, give me this. I'm gonna tell you.
432.
Oh, you're
East.
close because here's where I am.
205. Just kidding.
Oh, hop, skip, and a jump.
Oh, perfect! We have to. There's so many good restaurants. They
Yes,
they
and I
opened
want to
Whole
go out
Foods.
more. No,
What about
I know.
Whole Foods?
Yes,
What about
Whole
Whole
Foods,
Foods?
but they don't have the macaroni and cheese that I like up there. They be skipping up there. They
Really?
skipping up there. You gotta
know
have
what
in
the
a black
best-
neighborhood. You gotta, but I know they're not trying to make it
But
black
you
neighborhood.
know
But you
what
gotta
the
have
best?
macaroni and cheese.
You know what the best Whole Foods is?
Which one?
The one in Time Warner building
Oh,
in the
yeah.
basement. That one is fucking huge and good,
Oh,
and they
no,
have good prepared
that's where
food.
I'm going after this. That's where I'm going after that. And let me tell you something. I got into a fight before you ask me my next question. I got into a fight at a Whole Foods.
When?
How?
That's funny.
Well, first of all, the way they fucking do
Wait,
the lines.
when
All right, go
was
ahead. This could be the answer to the next question. What happened?
I love this.
Yeah.
I go what's the one by First Avenue over there by
By Houston, yeah.
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 Then it's right on the, and they have like the little seating area. It's a glass. You go upstairs like the little glass thing. It's right on the corner, right? So I was at that one. It was not a regular one for me. I think I've been there maybe a handful of times, and I had just made a salad, and I was on this whole thing of like, before you go shopping, you should eat. So I was like, let me do the salad, eat the salad.
You
here,
have to, 'cause
and then
otherwise
I'll
you'll
go
buy
shop.
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you buy it because I was hungry. So I'm sitting there, and it's a small area, and it's crowded. And so it's New York, and there are people sitting. So there was a table sitting there with no one, but it had like a setup, but it looked like somebody kind of left,
Right.
And I was there are people like passing the table up, and I'm like, I'm not gonna pass this table up, like
Right.
I'll clean it because I carry a hand sanitizer with me, and I put the hand sanitizer on the table and I wipe it down and
Right.
clean all the germs, and I do it's a whole process. And I sit there, so I'm like, I'll clean this table off if nobody's cleaning this table off. So I asked the woman that's sitting in front, I said, is anybody sitting here? And she's just like not even paying, like kind of like ignoring me and not saying anything, but I'm
New
asking
Yorkers.
Yeah.
is it, and then behind I said, anybody? And they're like, nobody, no.
I don't know. Yeah.
So I take there's the little paper thing they have.
The clam box.
Yeah, the box.
Yeah.
And there's a big box and there's a little one, and then there's some napkins around. So I
Right.
take that, and I I waited like a little bit of time too. It
Right.
was not a full minute, but I waited just to see if somebody would appear.
Right.
So then and it wasn't like I saw anybody leave that table either, because I
Kids
was
save
walking
tables.
up.
Right.
Right. That's what I'm thinking. And there's no jacket, there's no coat, there's
Right.
nothing. So I put the stuff in the trash, and this is taking me like a good 5 minutes because
Right.
I gotta clean the thing up before I put it.
Right.
So I'm doing all this stuff, and as soon as I get the shit clean, this guy comes. Who moved my bread, my cheese? Who moved my bread, my cheese?
Get out of here.
And so I had my earpieces in at the time, and I'm acting like I don't even know this motherfucker, right? So I'm like, he ain't gonna talk to me because I just asked everybody
Right.
here, and nobody act like they knew. And obviously he didn't say save the seat. So I'm like, what? And I hear this bitch in front of me. She moved your bread, your cheese.
No.
She moved your bread, your
What fuck?
and I was like, what? And he goes, you moved my bread, you moved my cheese. I said, what? I said, I was sitting here. I said, oh, I was supposed to know you were seeing. My stuff was there. I said, sir, there was no coat there. There was nothing. I asked this woman that's telling you that I moved your bread, your cheese.
She's
and
a fucking asshole.
I said, what the fuck did you think I was going to do? Say this? I said, and then, I throw away your bread, your bread. I said, because it was so important to you to have your bread and your cheese with you. You should take your bread and cheese with you. Took it in the fucking bathroom.
Jesus took his bread and cheese with him.
Jesus took his bread and cheese.
He took it with him.
He multiplied
I fucking
it.
hate her.
And
She's
we
a
went
two-faced
left. And I
bitch.
said, are you sitting there? I said, I asked you. I said, blame her. I asked you.
And then she fucking turns on you?
They turned on Jesus.
She moved your bread cheese.
She bread, cheese.
Fuck her.
Trying to be quick with
fucking
it.
asshole.
She moved your bread cheese.
Fucking new.
I'll move your fucking bread and cheese.
Right up your ass.
You ever heard that book, Who Moved My
Fucking
Cheese?
asshole.
Me, bitch. I moved your motherfucking cheese. Right up your ass.
All right.
I like it.
Okay, so we ask everyone, what is the thing that pisses you off the most? Like the thing that makes you fucking crazy, that you fucking are just fucking fuck. Like just pisses you off.
There are so many things.
Yes, of course.
But I will tell you the thing that my friends will say make me go nuts is I hate for people to be in my business.
Oh wow, we were all up in your business today.
Not
we
in
was
that
in your
regard.
Jesus was in your business.
If I'm yes, Jesus, well, Jesus gotta be in your business. The only way you get to heaven, Jesus gotta be in your business now. You gotta tell Jesus everything.
Love
him. I get uncomfortable when people stare at me and I'm talking to someone about something, and so what I do, which is very much out of character, but you know, every superhero has a little villain in them,
Right.
is I will go, shh, be quiet, because I don't want to tell this woman all of my business because she's sitting here listening to everything that I am
I hate when
saying.
people do that. It's like, mind your own fucking
Mind your business.
It's like when
Mind your
someone's
business.
reading over your shoulder and you just write down.
Wait, if I'm on the subway and I'm reading like the newspaper and I know the person's next to me is like trying to read a paragraph, even though if I'm deep into that fucking story, I will like turn the page or move the thing so they can't fucking see.
Well, today the guy sitting next to me, I'm looking at all my likes. I had my picture with me and Jimmy Fallon,
Right.
And I'm looking at it, and I still had reception
Right.
in my station, so I was like trying to go in and like all the comments.
Right.
There was so many comments, I didn't want them to think I didn't like it. And the guy looks over and goes, "That's you."
Come on.
Get the fuck, mind your own.
I was like,
What'd you
and then I
say?
had to catch myself because I'm like, I don't know how much
Right.
he saw and like
Right.
what I, and I was like, yeah.
And
I
you know
turned.
you can't be cunty because then they'll be
Yeah.
then they'll go online and be like, Yamaneika's a cunt.
Yeah. I have a neighbor who knows me. He tells me in the elevator. I think I posted this video up on Instagram like maybe 3 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
They have these new jackets that they were giving out at New York Comedy Club, and I was, as a joke, I wore it to Stand Up New York. And so I had it on. He jumps in. He gets in the elevator, and he is reading my jacket. First of all, I hate when I open my door and a neighbor comes out when I have the courtesy to let you go. If you hit the key before I do,
Right.
I will let you go out of your apartment
Right.
and hit that elevator, and then
Right.
I will wait.
Right.
If we don't, let's not do this. We all coming out at the same
Right,
time
right,
like
right.
we a damn family.
Right.
Cause we not. This is not. We ain't the Jeffersons.
Right.
This ain't Good Times. This ain't Family Ties.
Right.
Like it ain't none of these
Right.
shows. Okay. And if we are, I need somebody to
Right.
help me with this rent because I'm paying the gentrification rates.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah, I hear you.
Nobody gave me the 20 part of that 80-20.
Jesus paid the
Okay. He
gentrification rates.
sure did.
Yeah.
He sure he was quiet about
Right.
it. But it's like that. I think it comes down to me like people say I'm not into people's business. I'm not a nosy person.
Right.
Like you get with your friends and of course you do a little gossiping and
Right, right,
whatever
right.
friends, and that's fun. But
Right.
I'm not the person like when I'm talking to somebody and they go, who, what, and it's like,
I
you're
hate
more
that.
and
I hate that.
concerned
Wait,
about
who are you talking about? What
right,
do you go?
I hate that.
Shut the fuck up.
You're not gonna get it doesn't matter if I even divulge that information. It don't matter.
Right.
Listen to what I'm telling you. So I'm not the people, and then sometimes it comes off self-absorbed.
Because it's what they
right?
do with the information.
Because they feel like, oh, you ain't paying attention to me.
Right.
No, I don't give a fuck. I just want to hear what you got to say. I don't get the particulars. Don't bother me. So when people ask me stuff, I'm like, oh, I don't know. There was some big scandal was going on. Like, oh, well, you didn't know about so and so. Well, remember we were sitting there and she was telling us. I said, child, you think I was paying attention to who the hell she was talking about? It was entertainment that went in one ear and it went right out the other. Mm-hmm. I don't care. I really don't care.
I hate that.
So that's like my biggest pet peeve, being in my business and it's not if it's not genuine. I have people who will stare at me when we had Funny Girls and that was out and they had all the posters up in my fucking neighborhood. That's why I started taking Uber so much.
Right.
And they were and at the station the people would be like, oh, you're the girl, and I was like, oh no, because I don't want that. And 3 of my doormen know who I am.
Right.
And I love my doormen. I have 4 doormen. I don't know if the 4th one knows.
You have to tip them,
Oh, I tip them every year. No, they know. Right. But that's why I'm telling Rick, I said, yo, we got to really get some checks popping. I'm so glad this Jimmy thing happened because they get their little tip out of that. But, I mean, I give them, what do you think the normal, because I give them $100 a piece. And I don't think that's bad.
Oh,
is that too little?
I don't know. You got to look it up. I don't think so. I have, no.
Somebody said buy the rent, though. You got to pay. My rent is...
Let me tell you something.
$2,400.
So that's what mine is.
Is it going to be that when you come? You better hurry up and get up.
No, she owns it.
See, that's what
No, but I have a door. We have guards. We don't even have doormats. Someone comes at 5 and leaves it. They're supposed to leave at 1, but they always leave before and they're always sleeping. Anyway, so I noticed they might be my doorman, that although I love the doorman who is always asleep and always just sitting there. Now lately, because it's ever since December 1st, opening the door, helping me with my, I'm like, okay. I could have a fucking gun to my head, knife in my back, bleeding, and he wouldn't open the door before. And now assholes. It's like, all right.
My doorman, I call them Miss. The only one I don't call is the young guy.
Right.
I don't want to throw their name because he's at night and he just told me the other night that he knows who I am because he said you came up one day, you were coming in. I come in late because I think they thought I was a prostitute or something. Right. Because no,
you
seriously,
come in so late.
I come in late, but during the day I'm like Oprah when you can't when the shops don't want to let her in because she ain't got a good wig on and her feet look like she's been picking knuckles all day. I stripped down.
Yeah. Yeah.
I stripped down to nothing. I'm like real regular. Right. So, and then I would come out and I'd be like this and they like, who all this hair? So and my name is very unique.
Right.
That's really when I stopped temping too, because the last temp assignment I went on, I think I had to temp after Last Comic. Before Funny Girls happened, and I went on the last temp assignment. They were like, "Oh, your name was so interesting." Put it in, and like, "Oh, you do comedy," and I was like, "Oh, never doing this again." Yeah. Because I think there's so many, and I hate to say this, but I think it's the men. I'm sorry. The males comics and their ego is all about what bitch I got on my arm, what I got this,
and yet you're apologizing.
Right. And it's like and coat and jacket. They get on like they superstars and they lay in that thing, and then it's like I don't want none of that,
right?
And I don't see women posturing like
no, because we're treated like fucking shitheads.
That's true.
This was fun.
Yeah, I had a great time.
How fucking fun was this?
It was a lot of fun.
Aw, Seth, go home.
Hey, Hennessy.
Take a nap. I mean that in a loving way.
Oh, thanks. I like your mustache.
Thank you. It's going in. I got little pubies coming in.
I see that.
No, it's what I'm saying.
This thing is thicker?
Yeah.
When's it going to get thicker?
Huh? Any hour now.
No, just answer my hour. It gets
a little.
Right when he goes to college.
Tell me when
he goes to college, it'll come in. I'll come back in.
Yeah. I know. I passed the middle school.
When is it? Are you going to get more hair on your face?
Yeah.
When?
Eventually. I don't know. When I go through puberty.
Ugh, you're so annoying.
She's so adorable.
It's he.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
You know who also gets on me is Lady D. You know Lady D at Broadway.
Oh yeah, Broadway Comedy Club.
Yeah. Because I knew before she transitioned, I loved her as, you know.
Who's Lady D?
David.
Oh yeah.
And it's so hard to connect
So
because
she's Dina now.
yeah,
I love her.
Yeah,
She's
I love her
such a nice
too.
person.
I was on her podcast recently, Trans Talk.
Great.
yeah, I got to get on there.
Let me
but
tell
I
you
got to learn how to
something.
trans talk.
Because
Because people think
I'll show you how to trans talk.
no,
Ready?
it's not even like that. It's
Jesus
that
trans talk.
when we get together, you can
I
ask me
would-
any question you want.
Please, because you know what it is. It's everybody is sensitive, and I understand, right? And sometimes I don't want people to take offense because I call her Lady D. Because I like the Lady D, you know, I'm a showgirl. And I said, D, you know, I'm sorry because I keep forgetting. I said, and I hope you don't think any disrespect because of that, because it's so hard for me to switch because I remember before that.
Right.
Although I really don't see that much of a change. Always was beautiful. Like,
That's
you know,
what's his name's daughter, right?
Yeah. So is he Lord Baltimore? You want to say his name?
I forgot. I'm so
Because
tired.
he was kind of late with that bell on Gladys, so I didn't know.
Sorry.
All right. So
I haven't been to that club.
What
in
did she
forever.
say?
No.
We had a beautiful conversation. You know, it wasn't like a thing, but I said, you know what? I don't want to keep forgetting, you know, and then sometimes I want somebody to tell me what they want me to say, because, you know, you can't just assume anything. I think that's what I've learned. Like, I can't let me know, because you know what it is. I've had lesbian friends that look really butch, and I'll go he, and they'll go, don't say he to me. You know what I'm saying? I've had some of my gay male friends who are like, you know, with Mayron, I was like girl, and I have gay male friends who are like, don't do girl to me. So I don't like, you got to tell me so I don't be, because whatever, because no matter whether I'm saying he or she, none of that matters. I'm connecting with who you are.
You can girl.
Just say you.
Yeah.
Hey you.
Okay, you. Hey you.
You know what?
Don't call me you.
You being a friend with trans people, you're part of the transition too.
Okay, that's great.
So
I know, I love that.
Now I'm really gonna fucking kill myself.
Welcome
Well,
to Judy Gold's Trans
anyone
Talk.
listening, if you ever
Trans
want
talk.
to
Have questions. They can
ask
come.
me any questions,
Yeah.
you
You can
always
ask
come to
me, too.
about anything.
Anyway,
or ask Judy
I
and
have
compare
to
our
go-
answers.
I have to
Tell
go. I have a young child at home.
We got to go get macaroni and cheese at Whole Foods.
Ooh, that
Not
sounds
the one
good.
uptown though, because the one uptown doesn't
they
carry
don't,
it.
and I haven't been back since they I ain't seen it, so I got to go see if they got. And how dare you never had it? Okay,
You should call first.
Jesus had macaroni and cheese. The next time I come on,
Yeah.
I'm going to do the macaroni and cheese story for you.
Oh, I can't wait.
The next time I
That's
come
right,
on.
bitches.
I'm gonna write that down so you don't forget.
I can't thank you enough. This was so fun.
This was awesome.
No, thank you for having.
No,
this,
thank you.
This has cleansed my spirit.
Yay.
We need music on the.
I'll work on that. Yeah, in post. Yeah.
We gotta.
You have such a wonderful energy.
Okay.
There's something about that name.
Oh my God.
It speaks to my soul, Judy. You're such a beautiful woman, such a sensitive soul. God chose you to bring light to the world.
That was beautiful.
Amen.
So long.
And everything was wonderful. I'll see you soon. Thank you for the visit. So long.
Hey, I'm Ryan Reynolds. At Mint Mobile, we like to do the opposite of what Big Wireless does. They charge you a lot, we charge you a little. So naturally, when they announced they'd be raising their prices due to inflation, we decided to deflate our prices due to not hating you. That's right. We're cutting the price of Mint Unlimited from $30 a month to just $15 a month. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes. See details.